Hi guys, hi, how's it going? How y'all doing today? Hopefully today finds you well. Today I am doing my project pan update for the month of February. I'm so excited about it. I've already got a couple empties and we're gonna pull some new products, and that's the best part. I always stack the deck with some things that are going to be easy peasy to get through, knowing that I also have some things that are not going to be easy peasy to get through. For those of you new here, hi, my name is Donna, lover of all things high and colorful beauty and self-care. Ultimately, this is my self-care. I love to come out here, talk to you guys about the good, the bad, the ugly, all the things coming in and out of my collection, and I hope that you're here for it. And if you are, I hope that you'll want to subscribe before you go. And with that said, let's jump into this project pan update for the month of February. I kind of feel like this year has already gone so fast, and it might be because of some things that are also going on in my personal life, which I'll fill you guys in on later, but I just feel like I cannot believe it's already flipping February of 2025. I can't believe it. But here we are, and I have some really great progress and also some really great empties already in my project pan, and I could not wait to bring you guys the information. So I'm just pulling up my spreadsheet now. So we started this project pan not unlike any other project pan. I do roll in 10 items at the beginning of the year. I am always going to have 10 items going in my project pan. This is my completionist project on my channel, so it is the project where I'm rolling in these items with the intent on finishing these items throughout the year. Last year I was able to finish 30 products in just this project pan alone. The year before that 37, the year before that like 34 or 35, something like that. Like I always do pretty well in this project pan, and this year I did like I did the last couple years, a plan to pan. So I have a whole list of items that I'd like to finish up this year in my categories within my collection. So I will go ahead and link in the eye or down in the description box the intro to this, which was also the finale of last year's. This is my update for February, and I'm excited to show you some progress. This one, however, doesn't have a whole heck of a lot of progress. So this is the Dior Face and Body Foundation that I have in this project. This was also in the project last year. We rolled it back into this year's project on the 1st of January at 37.70 grams of product. And this month it has 37.24 grams. I was focused on utilizing the other foundation that is in this project. If you guys are familiar, you know which one I'm talking about. So this one I couldn't even do a new line for because so little product had been used. I am certain that this foundation will be out of my collection this year. It's just gonna take me a while. You guys can see how long this has been going in a project pan to this point. Because it is kind of wide around the bottle, it doesn't move very quickly. So even if I'm using it every single day, the line marking is so minimal compared to the line marking from the previous month. It's not moving very quickly, but I am confident that this will be out of my collection this year. It will probably take me all year long though to get through that. I think at the earliest, if I focus on that foundation, at the earliest, it will maybe be gone by August. And that's just based on the history that I have with this foundation and knowing how much it takes to use, which isn't much, and how little we're seeing in the movement of the product. The next product that I have is the other foundation in this project. This is the foundation that I did focus in hard on last month, and I honestly didn't wear makeup very much last month. I in the month of January, I think I have like 13 days that I'm wearing makeup, and that's quite a bit less than what I typically was wearing throughout 2024. Like my average wear per month is somewhere around 18. Last month I wore makeup 12 times. So it didn't see a whole heck of a lot of use, but it is the one that I was focused in on. That is the Natasha Denona Foundation X. This guy here, you guys can see the line markings between where we started the following month and then this month's use. This is the line marking from the beginning of this year, and then this, of course, is February's. This wasn't in for very long in last year's project pan, but I also didn't use it very much in last year's project pan. So I really am trying to lean in and focus on this one. I really do think this one can leave my collection sooner than this one can. And I love this foundation. I think the only reason why I've held on to it for so long and kind of hoarded it is because I do love this foundation. Every time I wear it, I get compliments on my skin. So this one did weigh in when we brought it in January, 121.96 grams. And this month it is weighing 119.79 grams. So we did see 2.2 grams of use. And I think that that is quite significant. And I am pretty proud of the movement that you can see in the lines. I did try and get a picture of this bottle with light behind it so that you could see through it, but it is a pretty, I mean, it's not opaque by any means. Obviously, you can see through it, but because of the frosted glass, it's really hard to get a good picture of this where you can see where it actually is. And it has to settle for like a week or more before you can actually see through, and I've been using it pretty consistently, so it doesn't have a week's worth of settle on it, but trust that I did hold it up as close as I could get, and that is the new line marking on this product, and I feel like it's probably pretty accurate. The next product I have in here is the Zoeva Graphic Lip Liner in Earthbound, and this has been actually in my project pan for quite some time. I can't remember when we rolled it in last year, but it was almost full size last year when we rolled it in. And this is what we're looking like currently. So it is just a little tiny nubbin of a pencil. I think that I am really super proud of this pencil because I remember how long it was when we first rolled it in, and even last month to this month, we did use it quite a bit. It is a really nice, like stiff, but also creamy formula for a lip liner. Like it doesn't go anywhere. It's not like a creamy lip liner that's going to go all over your lips, but it is a beautiful formula. I love the Zoeva lip liner formula. So it didn't take much to use it, and it also was only sharpened one time in the last month. So when you guys see like the tracker where I outline the pencil and then where it is now currently and like black out the portions, there's not a whole lot of movement in this pencil. As far as that goes, it did weigh 1.96 ounces last month when we rolled it in. It does weigh 1.85 ounces this month. I do know that I have B-roll for it showing where it is now, but I cannot remember if I kept the B-roll from January. I hope I did, so that you guys will be able to see the difference. I think that the biggest thing that I'm noticing is right where it says Zoeva, like that measurement between where the pencil is actually versus where the words are actually is significantly dwindling moment over moment. That said, I do already have tape on it because it is getting relatively hard to sharpen already. So I don't know how far we're going to get with this before I can't sharpen it anymore. The next item is the Laneige Lip Treatment Mask. This is different than the Lip Sleeping Mask in that it is like a treatment, but I wear this one often as a lip gloss because it's really hydrating and does really great things for my lips, but it's also really pretty on the lips. I don't know that you guys can tell, but it does have a little bit of like a hollow or like iridescence to it, which is just truly beautiful on the lips. I will put a lip liner on and then put this over the top of it, and I'm good to go. I do keep this in my makeup room. It is the first thing that I put on when I come in to do my makeup. So again, I only wore makeup 12 times last month, 13 times last month. So it only got 13 uses last month. It did weigh 39.29 grams in the beginning of January when we rolled it in. And this month it weighs 39.07 grams. This is like dismal, right? 0.22 grams of product. It's a real dismal amount of use for a lip treatment that I use every single time I put on my makeup. But I blame that on the fact that I didn't wear my makeup very often this month. I am also just kind of dipping into it with my finger, which isn't the most sanitary thing, but it is a lip balm that I am the only one using. It does come with its like own little applicator, but I don't necessarily love the applicator on my lips. It's kind of hard. So I do just dip into it with my finger. It really doesn't take much. I just dip in and out and put it on my lips. It's going to take me forever to finish this guy, which is part of the reason why I said earlier I do put some gimme products in here, because I know I have some long-term products. I will likely not see that finished by the end of the year. There is still a ton of product, in that component. The next thing I have is the Makeup by Mario Sculpt Stick. For those of you who have been around here for a long time, this is going to sound like redundant and old to you, but for those of you who are new to me watching this, my Makeup by Mario Sculpt Stick broke early last year. So I split it into two different components, and then it became two different products as far as my makeup inventory goes. I did finish one of those products last year. This year I'm working on this one, and it is in the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector blah 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 component, and this is what it looks like currently. I think that you guys can see that there is a ton of use on this product. I was using a really big fluffy brush. Currently I'm using a more like pinpointed brush to get in there and just get a little bit of product, not really put it all over my cheeks, more like a contour, I guess, which is really, I think, what it's made for. But I love the product. It is what is on my cheeks today as the cream formula. It's underneath the bronzer that is in my Charlotte Tilbury Bronze and Glow. I love this product. The sad news is that I hate the component. I had a blush with the same component. That blush component hasn't broke yet, but I know that I reached for it the other day and I can feel that it is skipping in the teeth when you're trying to roll it up. So I know that it's also on the verge of breaking. I probably won't save that blush though at the end of the day. But I did love the Sculpt Stick. This did weigh 44.96 grams when we brought it in January, and it's weighing 44.65 grams today. So again, 0.31 grams of usage is really kind of dismal in my humble opinion. But I mean, that's the breaks when you're not wearing makeup very often in a 30-day time frame. The next one I have is also a dismal amount of usage. Let's just be honest. It is the Ofra Winter Rose blush single. And this did roll in at 6.40 grams when we first rolled it in January, and it is weighing 6.39 grams right now. 0.01 grams of use. This isn't the blush that I wore every single day in those 13 days, 12, 13 days of use. I think I keep going back and forth between 12 and 13, but I do think it was 13 days of use. It is one of the blushes that I have on my face today, but I also have a cream blush underneath of it that I'm using in my deck of panning. I'm happy that we were able to get a pan on it last year. I know that blush takes 400 years to get through. I'm not confident that this will be gone even at the end of this year, but at the end of this year, if it isn't gone, it will be decluttered because I'm tired of this blush. I'm tired of this blush. It's a beautiful blush. It's a beautiful kind of like pinky corally tone blush. I have no problems with it. It does have a little bit of a glow to it, so it looks really healthy on the cheeks. I just am tired of using it, to be honest. But I know if I didn't put it in here now, it wasn't going to get the usage it needs to get to be out of my collection at the end of the year. I'm not hate panning it by any means. I do like the blush. I'm just tired of it. It's been one of the only blushes I've been using for the last 2 years. So, and the fact that it only got 0.01 grams of use in the last 30 days is really disappointing. I disappoint myself. The next thing is our first empty, and it is the Lancome Drama Liquid Pencil in Cafe Noir. This, when we rolled it in last month, was 2.44 grams of product, and this month it is 2.08 grams of product. And it is like empty. Like I can't sharpen it anymore, but even if I could sharpen it, it's now down to like the wooden part of the pencil. So you can't get anything else out of it. Even if I could, I wouldn't be able to because I can't get it in and out of the sharpener very well. I loved this eyeliner, this very basic black eyeliner. But the reason I loved it is because I tightline my eyes every single day. And this eyeliner went absolutely nowhere. Once it was on there, I didn't see it transfer at all. I didn't see it flaking at all. I didn't see anything after putting it on my tight line that I see with some very, very high-end, very, very expensive eyeliners. Don't get me wrong, this is an expensive eyeliner, but it was such a good eyeliner. I would repurchase this. In a heartbeat, would repurchase this. So really sad to see it go. It's very bittersweet, but also I have like 3 or 4 black eyeliners in my collection, so I'm just trying to circulate through them all. The one that I'm using currently for tight lining, I'm not super impressed with, if I'm honest with you. And it is Pat McGrath. It is this one. Permagel Ultra Glide Eye Pencil. This transfers like no other eyeliner I have ever used on my tight line, if I'm honest with you. It's very disappointing. Disappointing is apparently the word of the day. The sad news about this is, for whatever reason, this eyeliner is not on my planned pan. So yay me for finishing a product, but sadly, it isn't one that's on my planned pan list. The next product is the Benefit Precisely My Brow in Cool Gray. Listen, I've made so much progress with this guy since rolling it in. When we first rolled this in, it was at 7.21 grams of product. That was in January, but it was part of my project in 2024. This month it weighs 7.17 grams. Listen, an eyebrow pencil is not one that you're going to see a whole hell of a lot of use in. So the fact that I got 0.04 grams of product used in 13 days of wearing makeup, I'm actually pretty excited about. And this is where the pencil is sitting right now. And I think I do have like B-roll or a picture of where it was sitting in January. And you can see how much longer it was last year or last month. I do think that this is actually going a lot quicker than I thought it was going to. But part of that is because I haven't had my eyebrows done in quite some time. So I need to make sure that they are the right color for what I want on my face. That one will likely see gone by, I would say, March. The next one is the Live Tinted 3-in-1 Hue Guard Primer. Also pretty happy with the progress here. This one was rolled in January at 51.51 grams, and this month it weighs 46.15 grams. We were also able to make another marking clear down here. It is the only primer that I have been using over the last month, and granted, that's 13 uses of makeup, right? But I use primer every day. Why I use primer when I am not wearing makeup, I really can't tell you. I just do. I think it's just habit right now. But this is where we're at right now. So really happy with the progress on this guy. I gotta be honest with you, I don't like this primer. It's going to be a party when I get done with it. It's kind of got this oranginess to it, which is all fine and dandy. It really does help with like maybe some color correcting, but it also pills a lot. I do not like it on my skin under makeup because of how much it pills. Even when I'm wearing it on its own, if I just itch my face or like rub underneath my eye just so or whatever, like I can physically watch the primer peel away from my skin. So it sits like on top versus sinking into my skin, and I don't love that. Again, not hate panning it, but it will be a party when this guy is gone. The last item I have is the second empty. I had initially marked this when I was getting this video together because on that day, it wasn't quite empty. We weren't where we are now. It was a few days ago. I've since wore makeup, I think, 3 times since that and did empty it. So you're gonna see that there is a line on it, but it is empty. I prematurely drew a line on it. So with that said, this did weigh in at 38.39 grams when we brought it in to this project pan. And today it weighs 23.14 grams empty. It is the setting spray that I opened up at the beginning of last month, and the setting spray, the only setting spray that I used throughout the month. I really did find that I liked it specifically for using it when I was using, this foundation is in my deck of panning because it's a new foundation to me. It is on my face today. This is so dry. This is such a dry foundation, and for my dry skin. It feels like super tight on my skin, right? So I was using this more to help with the hydration or the feel of hydration on my skin when I was using that foundation. I've used that foundation. Today is the third time I've used that foundation. I don't love it. I don't love it. I want to take it back, but I can't. It's now been too long. I think. I can't remember. That is what I use this for, and I think that's why I went through it so quickly, is because I was using it more than once a day. I would use it as my setting spray or my finishing spray, but then I would also use it just to hydrate my face as well. It was super easy to throw in my purse or take down to my desk or whatever it was and utilize in that way. So this guy is also empty today. And I am super excited about that because we've run through all the items and you guys know we have 2 empties. So what I am bringing in for those 2 empties, because we always want to keep this at 10 items, is I am bringing in a whole new setting spray. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Long Lasting Makeup Setting Spray. This is the watermelon one. I do think that I have the Urban Decay mini or travel size all-nighter setting spray on my list, but I think it might be the other one, but that's okay. We're gonna use this one. I think this one came in after that one, but I'm interested in trying this one. So this one weighs currently, as we are rolling it in today, 55.44 grams of product is in this dude right here. And this will be our new setting spray that will take the place of the Charlotte Tilbury one. And then to take the place of the Lancome eye pencil, we're actually going a completely different route. And we're going to finish up this lip gloss by Too Faced. This is the lip gloss Kissing Jelly Gloss. And this one is in the cotton candy version of it. You can see I don't have very much left. And when I do pull out the stopper, like it is really, really low in there. So I'm thinking that I can get through this really pretty quickly. It is kind of milky and gross right now because I have worn it over the top of a lipstick and then put the plunger back in there, which is stupid sauce. But right now we are weighing in at 31.67 grams of product. I will go ahead and mark the bottle and then we will watch this guy also get depleted. So that said, that is it. That is all I have for you today. That is my Project Pan update for the month of February, and I hope that you loved it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments section. I do love to have communication with you guys down there and just rally around each other, so don't forget to hit your girl up. I hope that you and yours are well. I hope that you are all safe and healthy and getting along as best that you can. I hope that you are all loving each other, being kind humans, and until next time, bye friends.